me make something crystal clear about the way I see things. And this is just my opinion. I'm not asking anybody to agree with it. I'm not asking anybody to comment on it. I don't care if you like it. Don't care if you don't. Feel free to move on with it. It doesn't bother me. But let me make something crystal clear. You know, you have male and female too. That's it. Anything else other than that, you're just a gender pretender that's living in your own disguised version of reality. And you're expecting everybody else to play along with it. Well, don't include me in your fantasies because I'm not going to indulge, accept, or participate in a mental delusion, confusion, or your desire to distort reality, which is what it is. And for me to for me to do so, to me that endangers my family emotionally and physically. Because all you gotta do is look on how all this stuff is being pushed on schools and pushed into school systems. And that damages a child's mind mentally. Not to mention you've had, a couple of attacks already in bathrooms. That endangers them physically. And like I said, to me it's a delusion. And I will not participate in that, and I will not stand by while my family is subjected to your fantasies and they feel like they can't safely even go to a restroom because of somebody trying to make a political point or somebody trying to live in a fantasy land. If my wife or daughter or granddaughter is in that restroom and you're a man, you're not going in that bathroom, period. It's just that plain and simple. Because if you do, you will get a reality check real quick on who and what you are. And we will both find out what gender you are real quickly. That's not a threat, that's just a promise. Because to me, that's a man standing up for his family. And I don't give a damn if anybody likes it or not. Because what's happening here, and y'all can label me whatever you want to fucking label me as. You can call me whatever kind of bullshit you want to. But what's happening here is everybody's turning a blind eye to this stuff, and it's not being radical. It's not having religious beliefs. It's not a fear or a phobia. It's society and mental health issues that society has allowed to become the norm that really endangers everybody emotionally and physically. And society doesn't want to see that because everybody's on this constitution kick until you bring up your rights. And then they all feel like their rights trump yours. When did anybody else's rights become more important than anybody else's? It's like trying to compare apples and oranges. If we all have the same rights, then you do you and I'll do me. But I'm not making a special allowance for somebody who wants to live in a fucking fantasy. That's not happening. That's not going to happen. And the day will not ever come for me to where I play these pretend games. And the day will not come for me where, your rights and your feelings distort reality. And that day will not come where your rights and your feelings distorting your reality puts anybody in my family at risk. And that's just real simple. Because I don't know how or where this come along, how this happened, but it's been within the last generation or two, probably the last generation. we've managed to get our priorities ass backwards and screwed up where society justifies pretty much anything you want to do anymore. They justify the gender pretenders. They're even justifying sexual predators, and everyone is entitled or a victim. A woman was attacked on the street by a homeless guy. He ran up behind her, pulled up her dress, and thrust himself up against her after he pulled his penis out. And he was not charged with any crime. He wasn't even arrested. And you got people on there saying, well, she shouldn't be dressed so provocatively. Well, hell, if you go to the damn beach, you got women in thongs with their ass hanging out. I don't see nobody trying to rape them. What's the damn difference? It doesn't make any difference what she's got on. The DA refused to prosecute, and the man wasn't even charged with it. That's sexual assault, and he wasn't charged with it. And now they're wanting to call these child sexual predators, and instead of calling them what they are, which is fucked up in the head perverts, now they want to call them adult attractive to minors. That's fucked up all the way around, no matter how you look at it. Anytime you got an adult attracted to a kid, there's a problem. I had a teacher having sex with a 13-year-old. And everybody wants to normalize everything. Everybody wants to say, well, it's all right. Well, when is enough enough?